Alright, let's get back into it here. Where were we? We were trying to get the #1 Ionium Jet and the Space Float. Wait, we just got the Space Float, so we don't have to worry about that. We're trying to grow a few more blue Pikmin, it looks like. Which is actually kind of a mistake, because getting blue Pikmin on this day is really annoying because of how spread out everything is. This area is packed with enemies. You have these fiery blowhogs. They kind of suck to fight, because they throw Pikmin off and actually get rid of their flowers very easily. For the most part, I'm not going to worry about them, straight up. What I am going to do is go over here and start building this bridge. There's two bridges, one... Okay, that's not what I wanted them to do. Again, luckily we don't at least have to worry about the bridge glitch as much as in, like, the original versions. So, this should be a little easier. But there's bomb rocks on the other side of this, which is great for actually getting through some of the walls. The problem in Pikmin 1 specifically is a lot of patches of grass have zero nectar in them, which is just like a waste of time to try to harvest those, and nothing comes out of them. Also, the other types of Pikmin can catch fire. It's really important to note. I'm missing a blue somewhere. Where am I missing a blue Pikmin? Because I have 10 right now, there's 4 over there. Okay, it's below the onion, so we're fine. I totally don't remember what I was talking about. Basically, bomb rocks will instantly explode if they touch flame. Therefore, we need to be very careful as we try to extricate this supply of bomb rocks in the next area. There's also some over here. Again, this is something that's way easier on Wii and Switch. I found my #1 Ionium Jet. Unfortunately, this puts out a slightly odoriferous exhaust, but it does propel me to escape velocity in an instant. The stretch is a small price to pay for such performance. Hi, AC, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Just playing some Pikmin today. Going pretty good so far. No major disasters. Some slight disasters, but no major disasters. Like, getting rid of this wall would be nice, getting rid of that wall would be nice, but you need so many bomb rocks to get through here. It's like, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Because of just how many you need. We're gonna get working on the gravity jumper, at least. I found my gravity jumper. By manipulating the forces of gravity, this key component gives me the final boost I need to make the jump to super light speed. Good thing I found it. This one takes 25. So about this many. Alright, so then with the remaining 45, we will build this bridge. Wallywogs suck, or Wallyhops, because they renamed them, because the word originally chosen is not a good word to say in parts of the world. I think in the UK, specifically. But yeah. I'll do my best to avoid fighting a single Wallyhop in this entire playthrough, because I hate fighting these. They're fine in Pikmin 2 and 4. And even, no, Pikmin 2 and 3 specifically, they're not a problem. In this game, they suck to fight. When you have purple Pikmin, no problem. If you have rock Pikmin, no problem. If you have ice Pikmin, no problem. So yeah, in every other game, Wallywogs are easy. Except this one, where they just absolutely are miserable to fight. IMO. So yeah, if I can avoid it, I will. Oftentimes you can kind of kite them around to areas where you don't have to worry about them as much, which is really nice that you can do that. Trying to figure out the best course of action here. Yeah, no, that doesn't really save a whole lot of time. There's like a crap ton of Shearwigs over here. I'm being, like, indecisive. Hey, that's a fun thing about me. I'm an incredibly indecisive person in real life. I mean, on stream too, I'm incredibly indecisive. I'm always having trouble making up my mind on things. Number 1 Ionium Jet. If this is damaged, I'll be in dire straits. I will have to run a system check as soon as I can. I've now recovered 9 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Oh, that's gonna be a problem in a moment, but that's a problem for future Yuna. Most of the walls here take like 9 bombs, which sucks. Such a huge number. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate cutscene transitions right as I'm about to throw a bomb. That is the most horrifying thing. This anti-gravity device allows the dolphin to swim gracefully through the sea of stars like a dolphin. How does he know what a dolphin is? I have now recovered 10 out of 30 parts. Yada yada. We have seen that many times. This will be a 3-day forest naval, I think. Maybe a 4-day if I want to play it safe. Yeah, you can save a lot of time if you get rid of this wall. The light gray walls should take fewer. Should be more bombs over here, so I'll just grab these real quick. And again, I don't have to be as careful as in the original, which is nice. I said I wanted to get like a certain amount of ship parts. I literally don't remember how many I've gotten. Like, I've not been paying attention. There's another wall I would really love to break. We might have to do that next time, which is unfortunate. I don't think we have enough time to do everything I want to do here. Which kinda sucks. But it's fine. The wall going to, like, the path that we were just overlooking, that's what I wanted to do to end off this day, but it's fine. I mean, we can work on it. I just don't think we'll break it, is the thing. Yeah, there's like a ton of shear wigs over here, and shear grubs, so... just gonna skirt around those for now. That's, again, a problem for future me. We also have fire, which sucks, for obvious reasons. You know, let's use bombs right next to flame geysers. This is not horrifying at all. God, Pikmin behavior stresses me out so bad sometimes. Like, what are you doing? Alright, so yeah, this will be a 3-day forest naval, for me. So yeah, we'll get a lot... we'll get 4 of the parts next time, and I'll save 1 part for the end, just cause I don't trust myself, with getting everything in 1 cycle next time, because we have a boss to fight that is very good at killing Pikmin. The one out there is gonna be the biggest pain in the ass, I think. Just cause, again, trying to like guide the Wollywogs to cooperate is annoying, so... beyond that, the next day shouldn't be too bad here. That's probably what we'll do first next time. We're here, but again, we're gonna do some other stuff here first. We're gonna go back to the Forest of Hope, I think. Take care of some stuff there. Try to finish up that area. Maybe also finish up Impact Site. In order to not have to worry as much about like blue Pikmin, because that's a really good spot to raise blue Pikmin. So yeah, that's the hope at least. 4 days since Impact. Deep in the cave I discovered in the forest, I encountered blue Pikmin. These blue fellows have something resembling gills on their cheeks, and they appear to be amphibious, surviving both in water and on land. The wonders of nature never cease to stun me, even in this alien land. I like how Olimar's in a dangerous environment, and he's still like kind of in scientist mode. Again, Pikmin's a very charming series in my opinion. A lot of very good dialogue, flavor text, stuff of that nature. in general, I think, yeah, Pikmin is probably among my favorite Nintendo series, even though it's like 5 games, if we're being slightly pedantic, because some people would prefer to not remember that Hey Pikmin exists. If I'm being honest, I like Hey Pikmin. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a moment. I think Hey Pikmin is alright. I don't think it's exceptional, but I think it's fine. It's an okay game. Just kind of mid. It is RSS's best game, I would say that much, because I don't have a good opinion of RSS. RSS, the maker of Yoshi's New Island and Balan Wonderworld, and a bunch of other very quality games, clearly. So yeah, we have Share Grabs destroying this bridge, so I'm gonna quickly zip over here and stop him from tearing it down. Because, again, the Share Grabs are a little bit glitchy. I don't want to fight them with Pikmin, especially on water like this. Yeah, the Pikmin have different attributes. The Reds are the best at fighting in this game. Even in 2, I think they're the best at fighting, even though they do less damage. Yeah, it's a bit of a niche. It's like, kind of like an unofficial Kirby Mass Attack sequel more than like a Pikmin game at times, if that makes sense. I'm gonna not worry about carrying all the Pikmin across the very tiny land bridge. And instead, I'm gonna toss them up here. I'm gonna have no, I'm gonna worry about that later. Like, for my sanity, I'm gonna worry about that later. I have been enjoying this little, like, series I've started. I've been writing out the games I want to cover for Fox Girls Favorites. I'm up to, like, 50. And I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. Like, oh, I am overachieving, aren't I? It's like, I am overextending myself big time. It's like, when has that ever happened before? Yeah, and to be fair for streaming, it is good to have, like, backup plans. I just think I have too many backup plans at this point. Alright, so this is the Burrowing Snake Root. We only have to fight one, thankfully. And it's gonna give me a good pattern. Jesus, okay. Neat. First try. And just tuck y'all over there. I'm not gonna tuck y'all over there. Gonna go back over here, get the blue Pikmin. So here's the thing, obviously red Pikmin have to carry it a lot farther. Blue Pikmin can carry it through the water, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Geiger counter. Every spaceship needs one of these, but I don't actually know what it's for. Every once in a while it goes wild and lets out a lot of noise, but I never pay much attention to it. So it doesn't really do me much good. I really should read that manual one of these days. Oh, Almar. Why are you like this? But yeah, they will, like, swing around, which is mildly nerve-wracking. Actually, am I misremembering? Do they not take it through the water? God, why do Pikmin have such a disregard for their own safety sometimes? I don't know if that's enough to aggro, to de-aggro it. It is, thank God. God, I hate this. It's like, I just don't know if I'm misremembering their routing is the problem. No, bad. Bad. This is why I decided to do this part first, because this one just sucks to get. Yeah, they're having a hard time latching on because he's on like a slope, basically. Shit. I'm actually mad about that because we got the one snack that we need first try, and just the rest are gonna be a problem. That's the thing that pisses me off about this game sometimes, is when something goes well, and then it doesn't, until it doesn't. It's a Geiger counter, blah blah blah, we already saw that. Yeah, no, they do take it. I'm legitimately trying to figure out their pathing on this. Oh, they do take it this way. Why do they swing so wide? That's so dumb. Like, they could easily just jump straight into the water instead of going all the way around precariously like that. Ah, the choice of Pikmin AI. Okay, I basically threw away that run for nothing, basically, is the takeaway, because I could have just let them go, and it would have been fine, as it turns out. Ah well. Live and learn. Again, just because I've played this game 20 times doesn't mean I'm like, you know... I know everything about, like, every minute detail of this game. There are some games where I actually could potentially do that with. This is not one of them. As much as I do know this game, there's a lot I am not aware of. This noisy gauge is always letting off spontaneous clicks and buzzes. It can be kind of annoying. I've now recovered 11 out of 30 parts. If I can find just one more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. I just had the most cursed thought come into my mind, and I don't know if I should say it. But it's about that item description. I'm like, half tempted to say this cursed thought, and half tempted to be like, maybe this thought should just go to the grave with me. And anyway, this is the Armored Cannon Beetle. Wow, we ended up one-cycling both bosses here, damn. I'm gonna leave the shell. Last, my radiation canopy. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once it gets us back to the ship. So yeah, we'll leave that for the blue Pikmin in order to raise up a lot all at once. Actually, what I'm going to do is carry this part of the way. That sometimes doesn't work. Sometimes you call off so many Pikmin, they'll just drop the part. And then the other Pikmin will just act sad because they got interrupted. Oh, there's a lot of nectar up here. I need to remember that for the blue Pikmin. Yeah, I'm just gonna carry it closer because we only have 20 blue Pikmin, so it's gonna take a bit otherwise to carry it back. And I'd have to like work out numbers of trying to get enough blue Pikmin on it without the red Pikmin being like, no, it's ours now. Basically, whichever number is the highest determines which onion they go to. I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it isn't cracked. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. I have recovered 12 out of 30 parts, increasing the dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area. So this unlocks the penultimate area, the distant spring. We'll not be going there for like 3 more in-game days, probably. Actually, this might be close enough. How many blues do I have? Probably like 18? Yeah. So, put most of you on that. Put like 12 on this. Like so. There we go. The number turned red briefly. I'm like, game? You sure about that? Okay, so basically we're past the worst of this day. We're just gonna kind of vibe for the rest of it, basically. Which I'm happy about. Again, this is scary. because so much can go wrong with the cannon beetle specifically. Did it say 79? That did say 79, okay. I am not misreading. Neat. Yeah, I'm fine over there. Okay. Alright, so all that's left is the Libra, or Sagittarius. Which one is it, actually? I don't know which one it is here. Either way, let's actually get all of our Pikmin energized. They're really bad about sharing nectar in Pikmin 1 specifically. It's very hard to latch on as many as possible sometimes. Oftentimes you'll end up with like, you know, one drinking an entire drop by itself, which sucks, but that doesn't always happen at least. Those pellets, I'm just too scared to pick up those, unfortunately. So we'll just ignore those. But again, you can actually build this bridge with red Pikmin on day 2. But I'm not that brave without testing it. I'm not gonna learn a speedrun strat in the moment. I'm gonna practice this on my own time later. By the way, the Wii version of Pikmin 1 adds the ability to rewind to earlier days. Pikmin 2 doesn't have it, presumably because of the caves auto-saving so much. But in general, I really like that, in case you're like, you know, I could have done that better. So you can just go back and redo a day, no prob. So yeah, I would argue this is probably the best version. I'm sure there are, you know, being honest, I'm sure there are other ways to play Pikmin 1 that are perfectly valid. That I may actually test out in the future, potentially, because there is something that I don't really want to go into details on right now, but an interesting like fan project for Pikmin 2 that I might try to check out at some point. Yeah, there's one, the Pikmin, just, you know, basically like there's a mod that remakes Pikmin 1 inside Pikmin 2. I was trying to be like mysterious about it, but I'm like, you know what, I just want to talk about this. I found my Sagittarius. My son gave me this as a gave this to me as a present. It brings to mind visions of my son back home on planet Hokotate. Oh, to be back there right now. So yeah, and there's a ton of like fan mods specifically for Pikmin 2, which I actually don't mind. Pikmin 2, in my opinion, is the more mechanically sound game. Even though a lot can be said about, you know, individual thoughts on the gameplay of Pikmin 2. Because there are some choices made in that game, for sure. And yeah, like, I've seen mods of, like, you know, restoring cut enemies, which is really cool. Making, like, custom treasures. So yeah, there's a huge fan community for 2. Modding community specifically, and it's like, at some point I might try to check that out, but it'll probably be a bit since, you know, we're currently playing this version. This was a gift from my son. He must be very worried about me. I've now covered 13 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 16 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. So that'll unlock the final area of the game, but we have to get every other ship part. Again, you only need select 25 to actually beat the game. The final area is actually completely optional if you only care about the good ending, quote unquote. Again, a really weird choice in my opinion. For some of the parts to be required and others to not be. It's like, the not required ones are like, okay, that makes sense. The required ones, some of them are like, that's a bit of a head scratcher why you need like the bolt, for example. And we already have 100 blue Pikmin, so we are actually pretty much set for going back to the Forest Navel at any time. Part of me almost want... The problem is, with the Forest Navel, we didn't fight anything. So every like 2 days, enemies respawn. In some cases, different enemies start to spawn in later. So for example, I think on day 7 in the Forest of Hope, a swooping snitch bug starts to appear, which is why I try to get it out of the way ASAP. But like, because we didn't fight anything except a bread bug, we don't have to worry about anything respawning in the Forest Navel, so there's not really a rush to go back, if that makes sense. So yeah, I might just say, heck that for now, and just do the impact site, final treasure. There we go. Actually, that was very lucky. We got all 100 blue flowers. Nice. And like, we could stop and, you know, raise more Pikmin, but given that, again, this day took a bit, I think we're gonna move on and hop over to day 5. Give it up for day 5. Yeah, so far so good, I would say. Again, for a deathless run, again, I wish I didn't screw up the Snagret section, because that would have been really nice to get that in one day, or like one try, but beyond that, this has been a pretty smooth run of the game. 5 days since impact, I have managed to increase the range of the dolphin. Looking from the dolphin's portal, as it launches ever higher into the sky, I see a vast wetland in the deepest parts of the forest. I shall call the distant spring. I can begin my expedition of it tomorrow. For now, I must sleep. Yeah, we didn't actually see the dialogue for the Forest Navel because the yellow Pikmin dialogue overrode it, unfortunately. Again, that's just kind of a weird quirk of this game, where there's so many dialogue options. You don't remember Pikmin being this bright? It might be a Switch version thing. Like, the gamma levels might be a little bit different compared to, like, on GameCube or Wii. I like this version, personally. Again, I almost do wish they'd put a little more work into overhauling a few details, but, you know, overall I can't really complain. I think this is a very decent version of the game. So the impact site has a crap ton of pellets, by the way, so if you ever run out of Pikmin, this is the place to go to grow more. On later days, I think starting on day 8 onwards, it will alternate having 2 different enemy types in the center arena, which is also part of the reason I like coming here early, so I don't have to worry about them, while also trying to get a bunch of other stuff done. Another glint beetle, we'll try to get this out of the way now, so we don't have to fight it later. Direct hits are needed for certain enemies like this and the bread bug. Also, hi to one guy. I didn't actually say that. Where did those Pikmin go? Oh, they got launched. Gotcha. So yeah, we would normally have to fight enemies here if we came here any later. I might show them off, like, next time, because, let's be real, I don't know how long this game's gonna take. Straight up, I have no idea how long this game is gonna take, so if we can get through, like, the next stream, like, if we finish next stream and we're already, like, done with the game, I might just say, hey, let's fight all the super bosses. Or the secret bosses, more accurately. They're not really super bosses, if I'm being real. Alright, this should take out the wall. Nope, not enough, okay. Normally, like, the wood walls don't take that much. Alright, so we're done with the yellows for now. Now we have the fun task of getting all these blue Pikmin up this ramp, which is easier said than done sometimes. Case in point, a lot of them like to fall off. Pikmin 3 and 4, I think, both have more like automatic routing for Pikmin, so they will follow a path to some degree. They don't just flail around haphazardly the way they do in this game, which is nice. These are the pearly clamps. I think that's how it's said. I forget how it's spelled exactly. These suck. I'm not gonna lie. These are kind of annoying to fight. You have to like attack and then call back before it closes its mouth. Pikmin can get stuck on the pearl, and then get chomped because they're stuck and run into it over and over until they die. So that's why I'm calling back so prematurely, is because I'm not taking any chances for a deathless playthrough. I've lost Pikmin to these a lot as a kid, so again, being a little conservative here, but you know, a little more cautious than I normally would be. It's like that, the one got a little bit stuck on the pearl. What the hell are they doing? Again, sometimes Pikmin behavior is confounding to me. A little bit. We'll get that later. This is the actual ship part. This one's easier to fight because it's not on a hill. Or like on a raised spot, so it's a little bit easier, I think. I'm being way too cautious. I can go ham a little bit. Not too ham though. Again, trying to be a little careful. Ah, I don't like that. I found the positron generator. By combining batteries with solar cells, this machine can generate incredible amounts of electricity. What a timely find. Those instant space noodles will taste better heated up. Neat. Now what? Alright, let's give the blues this. Let's give him the generator too. Also, let's get this giant-ass pellet over here just because we can. Like, why the hell not at this point? I mean, given that I wasn't really using my full squad anyway, I'm just... This is stupid, actually, because the cutscene is gonna interrupt the fight. So I'm like, I should probably not do that, huh? I'm probably gonna end up losing Pikmin if I actually am trying to fight it during the cutscene. Anyway, that's the part collected, so, good work there. There's only 2 parts here, so this is a really easy day, in theory. This electric generator is so powerful that if you approach it carelessly, you'll get an electric shock. I've now covered 14 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 5 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Interesting. So yeah, going forward, I mostly use blue Pikmin, I think. Like, straight up. I use a lot of blue Pikmin. For things. I'm confused by my model's tracking at the moment. Like, I feel like I should be farther to the side than I actually am. I think I'm sitting at a weird angle, which isn't helping. Alright, I'm gonna do a thing. Divide and conquer. So, I'm gonna get, like, fairly even numbers to get the big pellets all around. I think my blue number is off. Yeah, my blue number is definitely off. Yeah, miscounted. It's okay. And when that's done, we'll get an even number of yellows as well. Well, even, quote-unquote, you can't divide 3 by 20. There's still leaf Pikmin. We need to fix that, because they have a boss coming up before too long. Hey, speaking of which, might as well just do this. I don't need that many for the boss, in all fairness. I only need like 20. But still, it's good to have. Again, next day is going to be the most stressful day, probably of this stream. I don't know if we'll get to Distant Spring this stream or not. But the next day will probably be a little much, just because we have like a lot I want to do in one day to get through. And yeah, we just have to hope for the best that we can actually do it, because it's like, oh yeah, that's like 4 ship parts that are like very spread out throughout the entire region. Red Pikmin are, again, the strongest, so hopefully this will be a fairly easy fight. Sometimes I actually use the Bomb Rock instead on the wall. Instead of on the wall, I use it on this enemy, just to speed it up a little bit. You're at the mercy of the Pikmin actually throwing the Bomb Rock accurately, though, so they're better with walls than with enemies, I think. Alright. So far so good. And yeah, we'll just spend the rest of the day growing Pikmin, I guess, because, like, there's so many pellets around, I don't really want them to go to waste, even though I actually have no more, like, uses for Pikmin anymore. Like, straight up, we have, like, everything... We have enough Pikmin for the entire rest of the game, at this point. Like, straight up, like, if I stopped growing Pikmin right now, we'd be set. Like... Especially because these pearls are worth like 50 each, I want to say. Or maybe that's 100. That's a big number. It just shot up hardcore. So yeah, it actually... I genuinely cannot tell. Like, straight up, I cannot tell at a glance how much that took, to be honest. Oh, well, that's fine. You do get, like, a bonus Pikmin if they carry it to the onion of the same color. It doesn't really matter, though, most of the time. For, like, 1 pellet, it's, like, 1 Pikmin anyway, so, like, shrug. But for the larger pellets, I tend to kind of coordinate better. Or attempt to coordinate better. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab these pellets real quick, and then we'll call it a day, probably. Cause again, next day is gonna be hell. Not gonna lie. Oh, those Pikmin are just kind of stuck on the branch. I see. Did they not open this up? Okay. I must have called them away while trying to get the pellet. I think. Probably, at least. Kind of scatter shot there. Yeah, being able to throw Pikmin this far is very nice, and again, there's a perk of the Switch version where the cursor can go a lot farther than on the original. Alright, how many yellow Pikmin do we have? Why are they going off the slope? I do not know. Again, Pikmin behavior can be somewhat confusing, especially in 1. I feel like the AI is the most, like, haphazard in this game, and it gets a little bit better later on. But in this game in particular, they can just go all over the place, and it's like, what the hell are y'all doing? That makes 0 sense to me. Alright, I think that's all the pellets here. At least from what I remember seeing at a glance. So yeah, we should be done here. I think we cleared out the entire area. The other problem is like a real quick roll call, because this game won't let you go to sunset even if Pikmin are not in your party. So you can easily get them killed. So I just really want to quickly... Okay, we have 100. There's also so much nectar around that I think I want to take some time to make sure I have all flowers for the red and blue Pikmin in particular. And if so, we'll just give it to the yellow Pikmin, just so we have plenty of yellow Pikmin that are flowered in reserve, because we might lose some flowers, even if we're not losing Pikmin. But the red and blue Pikmin take priority because they're the ones who are going to be doing the most of the majority of the combat and the carrying of items. There's one bud that will not drink nectar. There we go. Alrighty. This was a very productive day. This one always is. If you really want big numbers, this is a great way to do it. We have 100 yellow Pikmin. That is massively overkill. In Pikmin 2, that's not actually, like, straight up. They give yellow Pikmin electricity immunity, which makes them way more valuable than just, oh, you can throw them real high. So yeah, yellow Pikmin are like super good in 2, and they're used a lot more. Blue Pikmin are actually kind of useless in 3. Every Pikmin game has like one type that's just kind of useless, it feels like. 1 actually has the best balance, I'd say. Probably because there's only 3 types, there's less 2 balance, for one thing. But yeah, I think Pikmin 1 actually has the best type balance. This will be the only time we get to see this many yellow Pikmin on the field at one time, so we might as well revel in this moment. And next day is when the fun really begins, when I just kind of have to suffer through a lot of hazards and struggle to time manage. Six days since impact. I have seen that at times the leaf atop a Pikmin's head will grow into a bud and then a flower. It appears that if I do not pick the Pikmin sprouts, they gradually bloom over time. Fascinating, this melding of plant and animal traits is surely unique in the natural world. I found the flower Pikmin to possess increased swiftness when in a rush. I found pressing and holding A and then calling the Pikmin forth with X to be quite an effective strategy. I've also learned that new sprouts found growing on days following previous battles are the result of seeds being left behind. 229 Pikmin sprouted. So yeah, the TLDR of that is, if a flower Pikmin dies, it can sometimes leave a sprout behind the next, like, a day or two later. Kind of to help you build your numbers back up more quickly, I think. It's an interesting little quirk of this game, I'd say. Not like, you know, essential for the most part, especially, you know, since I'm not losing Pikmin in my case, but it can definitely throw you off if you're not expecting it. Like, oh, wait, why isn't it letting me pull out 100 Pikmin? It's because there's sprouts left over from the previous battle. That, you know, as a kid, when I was not just, you know, obsessive about not losing Pikmin, I definitely ran into that. Oh shit, that's not right. I need more blue Pikmin, because the part takes 25. I had to just quickly crunch numbers, and it's like, that is not how math works. What was I saying? As a kid, when I was actually more like, you know, less concerned about losing Pikmin, I often would kinda like run into that problem of, wait, I can't pull out any more. It's because I hit the limit, given that there were sprouts left over from a battle. I'm debating the best course of action here, and I think it is to fight this guy, because we do want to take out this wall relatively quickly. I'm always worried about enemies eating Pikmin. The part in the next part we're about to get can also fall down into a pit, which is great. I think it'll just pop back up in theory, but so it's not a big deal. Makes me think if it is possible for all 100 flowers to die and leave one on the ground. That probably could happen. Like, obviously that'd be very unfortunate luck if that happened. But yeah, I'm sure that would be possible. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna be more efficient. Since this wall takes a bit to take down, I'm gonna have these work on this. And we'll take a yellow Pikmin on a bomb wall run. There's the Wally Hop again. This is actually a terrible idea. Because trying to get the Pikmin to drop the bomb rocks after. There should... No, that's right. That's a large number, I'm just realizing. Huh. Alright, playing with fire, literally. In Pikmin 2, you can actually break fire geysers, which is really nice. That was not introduced until later. Unfortunately, for me. High risk, high reward, yeah, that's one way to put it. It's like that one just loves running right over the fire geyser, which is great. Just gives me a small heart attack every time it does that. Why did I throw it there? God. And yeah, he almost ran right into it with a bomb, so he would have blown up. Yeah, no, I'm playing like an absolute dumbass here. I'm taking so many unnecessary risks, it's ridiculous. It paid off, but I should not have gone away with it. Alright, neat. The other, like, dark stone wall I leave because the Pikmin really love to carry things through there, which is actually a problem because there's shearwigs there. So I actually don't like them carrying things through this little pathway here. It's, like, really risky. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna let him be. Yeah, the timing was really good. The chime wasn't too far before. And then we have the worst part for this day coming up here before too long. So right here, I'm gonna have the yellow Pikmin and red Pikmin work on this. Then the blue Pikmin can get the part. Yeah, this does feel bright now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I hadn't really thought of it, but this does feel brighter than I'm used to. I've only done one playthrough of this version before. When it came out, I'm pretty sure. I found my analog computer. This computer conveys the kind of vague data that falls outside the range of ones and zeros. Actually, to be honest, it's a little bit too vague, so this isn't very helpful. Olimar is such a fascinating protagonist because he's both very smart in a lot of ways, but also very, like... Nope, don't know how that works, I'm not gonna try to figure it out. In a way that's, like, very funny sometimes. I'm holding down this L button with all the power I can, because I've been having issues with it, like, not pressing down all the way, and I do not want Pikmin to catch on fire. They're very hard to call back to safety in this game. It's, like, way harder than any other Pikmin game to save a drowning Pikmin, or a burning Pikmin. Like, straight up. I don't know why it's so finicky, but it is. I'm actually probably gonna leave 2 parts for next time. Since we need another day for this anyway, for the sake of a safety strat, it might actually be better to save 1 part for next time. The problem is, all 3 parts that I want to... all 3 parts, besides this one that are left, suck. Literally every other part to get here is awful. So, what the hell just happened? Why did they just run to the water? Oh hey, Sacred Stones just got announced for NSO. I just got the notification. Let's go. I've been waiting for this game for like months now. Straight up. Like, not even joking. Well, that makes my life a little bit easier. And like 7... like a year from now when I get to that Fox Girls favorites. I found my Libra. My daughter gave this to me. It's named after her astrological sign. My sweet little girl, I wonder what she's doing right at this moment. The funny part with Olimar is his voice is actually really deep, so I'm like trying to talk like with my normal voice, but in actuality Olimar's voice is like really low. Like, impossibly low. Live Sacred Stone's reaction. Also, ads just started. I lost track of time. So we're gonna pause here and resume shortly.